be here. Please, you guys should take care of me very well on the show. Please, thank you very much. Okay, a lot of things are trending, but because of our time, we'll just pick some very important ones. And the first one we'll be talking about today is the Ogun State Assembly impeaches speaker over alleged embezzlement. This is a very long one. The video is out, and it's a very long video which I will take my time to actually play. Now, there was a drama in the Ogun State House of Assembly complex this morning as 18 out of 26 members of the House impeached the speaker, Honorable Olakunle Oluomo. The lawmakers unanimously elected Honorable Oludaisi from Odeda State constituency as their new speaker. He was impeached for alleged embezzlement of funds and, of course, high-handedness and related offenses. A lot of them talked about money not coming to them, and eventually they realize the governor always assign money, but the money does not come to them. You know, it's a whole long process, and of course they had to elect someone to stand in, and of course the court has actually spoken on it. But before we deliberate on all of that, I want to watch let us watch this video first, because it's a long one, so before we start, you know, talking about it. So let's quickly watch this video. Of course, the drama, the interview, and of course, you know, the speaker also, you know, talking to the media. Let's have the video, and we'll be right back to the studio to discuss more. Stay with us.
Elect our speaker. The speaker is not in any way higher than members. He's just a first among equal. And whoever the members says is their speaker is their speaker. And that is what was demonstrated this afternoon. We just want to pass it to the whole world that there is, or there has been a change in the leadership of this honorable house. And at least 18 out of 26 members have unanimously signed, supported, and picked me to be their new speaker. I am not their boss. I am only the one that will speak for them to guide their interest, protect their interest. We thank God for the just decided Supreme Court judgment. If not for that, I think this thing would have come up long. But we wouldn't want him to, we want him to be fully concentrated. In as much as we are congratulating him, we are saying the new set of leadership that we have is the leadership that will henceforth direct and rule over the House.
You can see what we have achieved today. Both members of the ruling party and opposition came together to rescue the state. So the entire members of opposition fully participated in this change of leadership, and we take full responsibility of the whole thing as it unfolded.
You saw that it was indeed dramatic. Mr. Nuruddin, what was your take on this whole drama?
The impeachment of the speaker, Olakunle, popularly known as Oluomo, who represented E4 local government. It is not about Ogun State residents. It's not about them. That is not the one that is saying it's for the good people of Ogun State. It's not for the good people of Ogun State. It's for the good people of those people in the House of Assembly. It has nothing to do with Ogun State residents. As this impeachment going to give people in Ijoko, people in Lambe, people in Ifo, people in Odeda, is he going to give them road? Is he going to give them pipe and water? Is he going to give people in Akomode pipe and water? Or is he going to give people in Idiroko, Ihumbo, Ilase? Is he going to give them? Is he going to give people in Igbesa? It's about them. One thing is so certain here. When they want to remove speaker, but the only problem that I have with this is this: Ogun State is my home state. Even the seat of power is Abeokuta, where I came from. It's just the drama that is behind it. If you have 18 out of the 24, you are two-thirds, you can impeach the speaker without any drama.
Exactly.
Why did they have to? And you know the funniest thing, yesterday when the speaker was removed, there's a place called June 12 Cultural Center. It's at Kuto. The seat where Ogun State Assembly is Okemoson. It's just like from here to the bus stop of Ogundano. It's not even up to that. He was also attending the swearing of the new judges as a speaker, and that was his last event as a speaker. If you have 18, why all this drama? Even if the man is sitting down here, you can impeach him with the number you have, 18 out of 24. Why all this drama? Then secondly, the new speaker Elamide that represented Odeda local government, saying this is come from this second tenure. He has been hired to be speaker. Everybody in the house has the right to contest to be a speaker. So if the majority said no, they don't want to Oluomo again, fine, so be it. But what is the drama aspect? Then another thing, look at the accusation they are making. And there is money from the state government. They did not mention the figure. Look at politicians. Tell us how much he collected. Tell us how much he did not give you. Then we will not ask, how much did you give Ogun State residents? Then another thing again is this. Part of the allegation is that go and answer EFCC. Answering EFCC for politicians, you yourself that can be picked tomorrow. How many of you have clean hand? How many of you that if you collect your bank account and scrutinize how much you collected every month? But one thing that is certain is this: it is a fundamental right of every member to gang up and remove their speaker, because speaker is about having the interest of everybody in the house. But removing him is not about Ogun State residents. It's about themselves. They are all politicians. Another thing again, governor did not know about it. They should go and sit down. They can tell that person, to somebody that did not watch television and radio in Itoku, Abi, or in Toko, or Lanlese. They should go and tell all those people in that area that they did not have access to information. We know what is going on. Nobody can remove any speaker in any state in Nigeria without the power of the governor. That's why you saw Commissioner of Police, that's Alamutu there. So it means that if the governor did not want to again, and governor waited till he got the judgment from Supreme Court before he is out. But what is certain is this: there is nothing wrong in that. But the manner at which they did it broke the gate. You don't need all that. You have 18. Even if he's sitting down, you will impeach him with that number, and that is the problem. But our politicians, they are not what concerns them about shame. They don't even care.
Okay, now I want to say something in regards to what you said. According to speaking on behalf of the lawmakers, that's the member of the Ogun State House of Assembly representing Obafemi Owode constituency, which is Shonenge Damilola Kayode, actually said that since Oluomo came on board, a statement, I'm quoting it, says since Oluomo came on board, that the leadership of the party thought he was a speaker and would continue to be a good speaker. He gave example of the quarters allowance, which because you said is more of themselves. That's why I'm quoting what he said. A quarter allowance. Then when we came on board, the governor gave us money for renovation, quarter allowances, and Oluomo keeps giving excuses of he didn't give money. You should take this one and manage it. We need to ask
question from the governor. Do you know the reason? From inception, quarters of state assembly is built. It's not like the one of other states. It's built. When you finish your tenure, there is nothing to renovate there. To renovate there
So
now.
are they bringing out money for renovation?
So we need to ask some. That's why they cannot mention the figure. How much they can't tell us.
Okay, Mr. Shokito.
You know, it's this is what our politicians do. This is the reason we're where we are today. These guys are not there because of you and I. I'm also, you know, like him. I'm from Ogun State. I'm an indigenous of Ogun State. I can claim Ogun. I can claim Lagos. You know, it's not about us. This is just about their pockets and what they will eat. It's about their interests. Shame. It's a real shame. Like he says, if you want to remove your speaker, it's your business. We're not interested. You know, the reasons that they've adduced are disgraceful, and it shows the depth of the problem that we have as a country. If people that you have elected into high offices like this, you know, because these guys, if you count the citizens and indigenes of Ogun State, they are right at the top of the hierarchy of important personalities in our society in that state. And for them to so deeply lack an understanding of their job and their role, what is good and what is not good, what you should say and what you should not say, what looks good and what doesn't look good, it's just shameful. The House of Assembly is supposed to be the legislature, a separate and independent arm of government. We know, of course, that they are not independent. That's the way it is all over the country. But must they be so reckless with showing their lack of independence? Can't they even at least, for the sake of optics, pretend that they're independent? How can that man say openly, and it goes on paper, on TV, that the governor gave us money? What does that mean? Actually, the EFCC needs to pick them all up.
To explain.
They have to explain which money were they giving. Because as a legislator, you are entitled to your salary as a legislator, and maybe the way the National Assembly does it, you've allocated yourself some funny allowances that are probably illegal.
Which is said quarter allowances.
You know,
yeah.
so if you talk about that, those allowances, where should the money come from? It should come from the Legislative Service Commission. It shouldn't come from the state government or the governor. So, you know, this issue of independence and this issue of how money is shared, how money is spent, who buys vehicles for them, who builds houses for them, it's all been muddled up. These guys obviously don't have an understanding of this. They're just there. Of course, they're just there. They
don't know how the system works.
They're just local politicians who have taken advantage of whatever exposure they've gotten to get to the. Many of them would have been local government chairmen before. You know, they've been in the system. They've been eating from our money, from our commonwealth. FAC allocation and IGR goes into their pockets. So, for me, my recommendation, let EFCC call them to come and explain. Yeah, on a very serious note, let them come and explain, because this monies, the statement that guy made is very damning.
Yes.
He said he went to the governor. The governor gave him money for us. Which money? The governor is not supposed to give them a dime.
Money.
It's either the state government is from the budget allocating money for constituency projects, which the Ministry of Works will implement, or they collect their salary or allowances. Which money did the governor give them that he refused to share? My goodness. And he said this thing openly in public.
Obviously.
The EFCC needs to pick these guys up, let them come and explain which money they collected.
Yeah, that's very true. Actually, I didn't even see it from that angle, because that's not something they're supposed to do.
That's why they didn't mention figures.
That's why they're not mentioning figures now.
They didn't mention
They
figures.
have no right to collect money from government. Money for what?
Which money the
Money
governor
for
have?
what?
I am certain the person
Which
talking
money?
does not even understand what
even
he's
the
supposed
governor
to do.
needs to explain
What
money
which
he
money
gave
did he have
to those people.
that he
is
can
it his
give?
money or is it the government money? If it is the government money, what for? Because the way he couched it, it was money that was given.
It's like
to
they
them.
were giving
Maybe bag. Ghana must go, yeah, take. This is money.
And there is a commission that is in charge of the legislative arm. So
no lack of shame. So for me, I think that the EFCC needs to invite everybody involved, including the governor. Of course,
And
I'm
ask
not
him
saying
questions. Well, Nigeria, it might never happen. But honestly, that drama was just extra. It was unnecessary, uncalled for, because they had to break that gate. They came in, it was all noisy and everything. I just couldn't play the whole video. Anyways, like you said, I hope EFCC will be able to do, what they're supposed to do rightly. And of course, Nigerians, your eyes should be out there, knowing the right thing and of course the right things to do.